going into year 2, it is imperative that we continue to stack the deck, get some more 4-stars. We're starting off in the top 25 this year. And the reason why it's imperative is because my guys are going to start and play from year 1. Because the dudes that I inherited are not that good. So, I don't have a actual count, and normally I would, just because if I was to just go to the damn board, it'll tell you how many 4-stars you signed. But we had a bunch last year, bro. There was a few, more than a few, and I should do a better job of that, bro. I should go and make sure every year I look at and literally see the number, but I don't know, man. I don't really care about recruiting as much as I make it seem, to be honest. It's too tedious. So, okay, we got a 5-star from New York, the number 4 receiver in the country. And then obviously we're going to get our 4-stars from all over. I'm not really tripping on that in terms of running through it like I did the first year. Because, I mean, all these kids so far that you've seen, those were all top 100 players. As we continue to go through it, it's still the same states as well with Ohio. Now we got a kid from Cali, but Alabama, Michigan, these are all kids still in the top 150. Now we got Nebraska. And we're starting to get slowly but surely out of the top 300. Growing up, that was a big deal to be listed in the top 300 players. And now we're looking at the 3-stars, and I'm going to kind of mix and match to make sure, again, we're not super redundant. And let's get one more. And like I said, this game's a little bit different, bro, because I keep doing this, going into the interested players to see if I can get some New York kids. And there's only one kid missing from Rotterdam, safety, that probably would never freaking play for us. Bro, these dudes are 60s. Like, they never gonna play for us, bro. I'm just getting them because they're from New York, right? Filling up the recruiting board. And it's crazy because stuff like that happens in real life. I mean, I think this is a little bit more controlled because in real life, you could get a 3-star that might end up being the best player on your team. This stuff is kind of set. So, obviously, we want that guard, right? But I'm going to have to get about 8 more players that are 3-stars that is saying their overalls are 68. Now we at the 63. 62. And in real life, if they're 68, they can always get around better talent and become an 85, right? Especially in 4 years, 5 years, redshirt them, those kinds of things. But in the game, yeah, that shit don't matter, bro. In terms of, yes, you can get a 70 overall and redshirt them and let them go through the process, they'll get drafted. But in all seriousness, when they're low overall, bro. Like them 60, 63, yeah, bro. They ain't getting drafted. No matter what you do. Because you got freshmen starting off at 4-stars, by the way. They're starting off at 70. So you starting as a 63, you about 7 points below. And if you get redshirted, you probably get up to like a 66, 67. And now you kind of at an even playing field, but that's if. Like, you see him, he got redshirted, he came up to a 67. Okay, he wasn't going to get drafted anyway. You know what I mean? So, in real life, that ain't the case. But what I'm going to do, like I said, I don't really trust none of these quarterbacks they have. They're not that much better than my guy. So, I'm going to go with Jay Jackson, who was the number 6 quarterback in the country. And then with running back, I mean, it's nothing to think about. Silas Redd is back. He's that good. I'm going to keep him up there where he should be. And Winston's a junior. I know McLeod was a 4-star out of Pennsylvania. He was the number 23 running back in the country, so I'll move him up just so he could get some reps. and be useful to us. And then when we get to the receivers, I know there's going to be a few because obviously that guy that was there for us last year, 81, he's the star, right? You see him there. But then you have Matthews, a freshman. And I'm going to put Matthews first. Like I said, this time around, bro, I'm trying to put our young guys first. Might as well let them get the experience and figure it out. Matthews was... trying to find it here because I actually paid attention a little bit, and then now obviously getting the special teams dudes. Matthews had to be a 4-star, bro. And that's crazy though. Like I said, you could have a 4-star that's a 78, 77, whatever the case is. So Matthews he's from Connecticut too. That's crazy. So the quarterback is a 4-star from Connecticut, and so is Matthews. Matthews was the number 11 athlete in the country out of Connecticut. That's interesting that our quarterback and our top receiver are going to be from Connecticut. Shit, them boys, like I said, the only time I know anything about them is when we talking about ESPN and they reporting live from Bristol. Man. I mean, UConn did have a good basketball team, obviously. Kemba, Shabazz, and then they won back these last 2 years with Tristan and I don't know these dudes' names. Honestly, don't. I know they're like I could think about it. Caravan, I think, like I could see it, but I don't really know it. And then obviously try and get some of these other freshmen like McLeod. Obviously, try to get him some reps. That way he could probably be freshman All-American. Because I've had corners, bro, be freshman All-American as returners. So we got Syracuse. That's kind of a turf war game, trying to establish our dominance. Virginia. None of these games matter, bro. And it's the same thing as last season, bro. We don't have too many games that matter. The big games are going to be Nebraska, Ohio State, Michigan State, Wisconsin. Like, we don't need to look for games. Not with this conference. And that's like that thing I might have talked about last series with Alabama talking about, yeah, going forward. Well, Nick Saban said this, not Kalen DeBoer. But what's the point of scheduling the big showcase games at the beginning of the season versus like the Florida State? What's the point? Why the hell are we playing them games if we got to play, I don't know, for example, I'm not necessarily sure, but we got to play Texas A&M. We got to play Georgia. We got to play... I'm trying to think of the actual SEC West. That's why I'm not trying to just randomly say SEC teams. But if you already have to play LSU, right? Why the hell am I going to give myself a harder game just randomly just to do it? And I know there's more teams. I just can't think. My mind's blanking that's in the SEC West. It's not just Alabama. But that's how I feel right now with Penn State. I know with West Virginia, that final year I went crazy and started putting everybody on the list, and you saw how that season went. We still ended up 12-1. And it's crazy because we ended up 12-1, and I'm guessing a couple teams in front of us went undefeated because we finished in the top 5, but we didn't get no chance to play for the national championship, even though the strength of schedule was way tougher. But like I said, that shit don't matter, bro. It really don't. Especially nowadays, it's like you just need to win, no matter how. We already failed a goal finishing top 5 in the conference last year. Bullshitting, bro. We lost 3 games down the stretch. Bang, 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 lost them. So what can I say? And that's automatically going to drop you in this conference. So we got Syracuse, man. We're the better team. And you know me. I'm going to get into this game. I'm trying to show off my new recruits, show off my freshmen, my Connecticut duo. Got some linebackers, got some ends. Trying to showcase my talent. So we back here in the Carrier Dome. I think this probably, is this the first time in all my dynasties? Except for obviously we Road to Glory and then when we play for the state championship. I think this might be the first time I've played Syracuse in the Carrier Dome. Because I did play them with Army. But let me see, I could look it up. I know I got a picture with the stats, and I think in the background you can still see where you played. I'm not 100% sure, but I could always look it up. I don't know if when we played Syracuse it was a home game. I think the game against Syracuse with Army was a home game. So I actually do think this is the first time we get to play Syracuse in the Carrier Dome, which to me is still crazy that they turned this basketball stadium into a football stadium. Well, no, backwards. They turned this football stadium into a basketball stadium because all they do is pick up the turf and then put the basketball court obviously in the middle. So this is actually, I want to Google that too. I want to fact check that. Is the Carrier Dome more a football stadium or a basketball stadium? Because to me, I think it is when you start thinking about having to bring stuff closer. So is the Carrier Dome a football stadium or basketball arena? It is the largest basketball arena. Well, obviously, because obviously, I mean, but I feel like it's not an arena though. I feel like it's a football stadium, bro. And that's why it's the largest arena, because they're using the football seating and metrics and stuff like that. I don't know. It's a weird, interesting kind of place. I will say that. And I hope we can interestingly beat the freak out of the Orange right now. Damn, I couldn't get that out. I couldn't speak. I hope we can interestingly beat the shit out of them right now. All right, they get it to my freshman running back first play. I haven't been able to break either. The one time I broke was that Emerald Bowl with Army, but I really haven't been able to get any return touchdowns, which is kind of odd. Because when I played the game growing up just on my own, I would always score. I don't know, man. Maybe it's pressure of playing and being recorded or something. I don't know what it is. What is all these fucking tips, bro? I've been playing this game for years, bro. I don't need no tips, bro. Start the game. Got a freshman quarterback. Oh, that's some crazy accuracy. Because, boy, that was a risky throw. That's number 81, though. He's been solid as AF for us. He really has been. Oh, yeah, by the way, so we try to get that screen off. Silas Red, he's due for a big season. We did cut Allen Robinson. Yeah, we cut him. He was a sophomore red shirt, number 8. Yeah, we cut the shit out of him. And that's the thing, bro. Some of these programs, I feel like players be late bloomers and stuff like that, but I feel like I got the right guys in, bro. X is wide open, bro. Throw that bitch. You about to get sacked. And obviously, by the time we decided to throw it, see, they telling us how to throw it away, all kind of shit. By the time he decided to throw it, it was too late, to be honest. It was already over with at that point. Now, we got trips, 3x1. We just might as well circle. Oh, shit. I'm surprised they call that in bounds. Circle was wide open coming across the middle of the field. That's a big time throw, and I feel like the more throws like that we could make, the easier this whole game going to be because the squiggly line's going to go away. And this is the second year in a row we debut a freshman quarterback X. Bullshitted. That's why I said if we had more precision, we could have kept it down the seam. But, yeah, we debuted a top 10 quarterback nationally. away game, all this damn glitching, and we're able to kind of, I don't know, that first time though, when we had Palmer, that was in the last year of the Dynasty. That was a total retool. And it was a little bit different. I feel like, okay, we scrambling a little bit, wide open. It was just different. Right here, we're going to have this dude for 2 years. So this is very important for us, for him to be successful. That one was just spitting into the wind. Said, fuck it, bro. If he could do it, he could do it. I'd rather throw him out there. I wasn't able to really get a good backup for Geno, so just throw his ass out there. But then here, this is kind of strategic. I need him to be good. Like, I need him to be successful. He don't have no room for error, bro. Let's see who we get. This scrambling shit, it ain't a bad idea. It's not a bad job. I don't know what they talk about, set the pass. So basically trying to set his feet to then throw. We don't have time like that. This offensive line is not horrible, but like I said, bro, this is a freshman quarterback. This man is shitting his pants right now. That definitely is not a touchdown. It was close. It was close. And I got to think points. So I could go goal line and try to get me the inch, because that's really what it is. It's at a half-yard line. It's not even at the 1. It's at a half-yard line, bro. So it's glitching, but yeah, we got Silas Red, so we should be able to get in there, get our first points. Kind of calm it down for the freshman quarterback a little bit. And he wear number 3. I don't really know Penn State for having drip. As you can see here, they're wearing all white. They don't really got drip at this university, so I mean, I couldn't tell you the last person to wear like number 3 for Penn State. Couldn't tell you. Shit. Only thing I know is they just played Notre Dame and got their ass bust. That's all I could tell you. And it wasn't even a blowout. It was more so like Penn State was dominant in the first half and then Notre Dame woke up. Basically. That's the best way to kind of explain it. So we score another one. I mean, I feel like we should blow Syracuse out. And the only reason it's even, close is because we got a freshman quarterback. So, yeah, we well on our way now. Syracuse got a little field goal, make themselves feel good at home. Because it's their home opener. They don't want to get too embarrassed. And now I have a chance to go up 30 on them. And I'm going to definitely take that opportunity. This PA wide receiver in, all I do is send the tight end on a go. Every time he ends up open over the top. That was a shitty throw into coverage. But it wasn't really much else I could have did in that situation. The tight end running that go is not going to open up the way it would if it was a normal receiver. But that's the personnel we have. And like I always say, I never recruit speed. See, like number 80. Oh, snap. How they let him get loose, though? Like, and that's the thing. On that end, I never really hit the end, the dig. I never hit that. I'm always trying to hit the over-the-top go. I never throw it to the end. Now we switch it up a little bit. Had a receiver that just ran the dig, have him run a go, and we just don't got the time. And that's what I was saying. This line is ass. That dude, that right tackle, number 76, it's crazy because they be getting worked by other big dudes. It's not like the Michael Parsons kind of dude that's like shifty so it makes sense. He just got worked by another dude that's wearing a 70 number. Now, that's me just taking a shot. I mean, literally that was a throw a drunk person would make. So it all makes sense. It all goes together. That was not a good idea or a good gesture. But now we're here at 3rd and 23 and I need to score. So somebody gonna come open. Oh, they left X open. And he went up and made a play. And you know what's crazy? While I was playing, I thought this was Allen Robinson. But then I realized, yeah, he wore 15 for the Jags, but in college he was number 8. So we need, 3 more yards right here to score? Let's see if we can get it, bro. Easy slant. That's Callahan. Is Callahan the freshman? I'm actually not knowing. I'm not knowing who is what. I'm not sure who the freshman receiver is. Nah, Joe Matthews is the one from Connecticut. So let's see. We're going to try to run this one in. This is usually my go-to play. That was really bad by me. I ran right into the lineman. And I kind of wanted the lineman to push his guy into the end zone so I could follow, because I knew if I went right or left, I would have got tackled. And then right here, we got the edge. Easy touchdown for my freshman. I don't know if that's his first or what it is, because we've been simulating, but that's a cool touchdown right there for the freshman running back. We're going to need him just as much as we need the quarterback to figure it out. And who's the quarterback again? I know this sounds crazy. I keep asking these kinds of questions, but again, I don't know these kids, bro. It's their first game they ever played. Jackson. Jay Jackson. And then the running back is McLeod. I think it's, I don't want to assume what his name is, but I know his last name is McLeod. It's Marcus. I was going to say Ray, bro. On some dumb shit. The dude from Miami that's on the 49ers. Nah, it's Marcus McLeod from Pennsylvania. Ray Jackson from Connecticut. And then Matthews. Joel Matthews. Or John. My bad. John Matthews from Connecticut. Why that man got two last names? John Matthews. Well, either way, we got the dub. I don't know who this Syracuse is. Syracuse coach, my bad. I don't know who the hell he is. I really don't care, to be honest, either. Chris Brown. About to take it down like Chris Brown, baby. He had 144 yards. All purpose. I mean, Silas Brown is very useful to me. He's a 99 overall. So, I mean, he's going to make everything easier, even though I'm not actually running the ball. See, I didn't think he was in bounds on this catch. But shit, he in bounds enough for the ref. He in bounds enough for me. Shit, I ain't about to turn away nothing that helps us out. See, look, he had him a game, low-key. You see that catch? He low-key was doing his thing. And then we got the generic little freshman. That's kind of hard, though, having the three that you need, right? You need a quarterback, you need a running back, you need a receiver. Having all three of them is kind of cool. I mean, football's weird because now you need a left tackle and now you need an end, but then you need a corner, like, to round the team out. So 18 and 27, 279, 1 touchdown. That's not bad for a freshman quarterback. He's bigger than Palmer, too, because he's 6'2". Red had his game. And then Davis had the most receiving yards. I'm guessing Davis is number 15. Nobody else really went off like that, receiving-wise. And of course, the game glitches out on us, because I'm sure it's not supposed to just turn black like that in the middle of a loading screen, but it is what it is. I'm used to it at this point. I'm not surprised we beat Syracuse by 30, especially after I started to simulate and I saw what type of time we was on, and I quickly realized we're a way better program. So it is what it is. I'm about to simulate to the Illinois game. We got Nebraska, so yeah, Nebraska got us. We're a better team than Illinois, even though stats say they're the better team. We should be able to take care of business with them. Oh, damn, we got Ohio State next week, and we beat Illinois by 1 score. Ohio State's the better team. This might be our second loss of the season. They're 4-2. And then we got Michigan State next week. That's not good. But I'm going to simulate to India. Oh, damn. We got beat by 3 scores. What's crazy, though, is we're going against Indiana. We're a way better team than they are. They're 3-5. We actually beat Michigan State. Michigan State was the number 4 ranked team in the country. we're going to skip over that Wisconsin game, and it's kind of hit or miss with this team. Okay, we beat Indiana by 1 score, and then obviously we lose to Wisconsin. I don't know if we're like allergic to beating teams that wear red, because we somehow beat a top 5 team in Michigan State that was wearing green. But all 3 teams, Nebraska, Ohio State, and Wisconsin, that wear red, we just couldn't do nothing with them. And it's crazy because that's Penn State's actual problem in real life, is they could beat up on the Northwestern, the Illinois. They could beat those teams in their sleep. I mean, we did kind of make it close with this Illinois game, but they beat those teams regularly. It's the big-time games that they always lose. And that's what always makes them 3rd or 4th in the conference automatically. Now, I'm happy we beat Michigan State. We have a chance to play in the Tax Slayer Bowl, so we'll probably be facing an SEC team. So we need to continue to play strong football. Okay, Chris Brown done got himself a Heisman. And we're taking on number 22, Arkansas. They're 7-4. So Chris Brown, a.k.a. Silas Red, won the Heisman, the Walter Camp, and the Doak Walker Award, which is cool. I knew he was going to do something because he's a 9-9 overall. Couldn't even say what number it was. Arkansas is the better team. But yeah, he's a 9-9 overall, bro. He got to be able to do something. It's just crazy because I've played 08, 9, 10, 11, 12, 5 dynasties, and it's my first Heisman. Just like last year was my first national championship. So, I mean, hopefully we can get Penn State to the Natty, but if we don't, it'll still be a great program that we was able to get another first out of the way, which is the Heisman. And then Arkansas, I mean, they're the better team. They're 7-4, or was it 7-4? It said 7-4. If I'm not mistaken, that don't sound right. They should have played 12 games. So I don't know, excuse me. I don't know why I said that. So we got to see. Hopefully they'll show it again here at some point. There's no way they were 7-4. It might have been 7-5. I remember seeing they only had 7 wins. But either way, they played in the SEC, so it makes sense. They're kind of going through what we go through, even though they're good. And they're ranked top 25. They're number 22, even with 4 or 5 losses. They are basically going through what we go through. No matter how good they are, they got to beat LSU, Texas A&M, Alabama, and that shit ain't going to happen. So, and I think they're in the West. No, are they in the East? I'm trying to think. I know they play LSU, so that means they should be in the West. Or is LSU in the East? Georgia's in the East with Florida. And like Missouri and those teams, I think. I'm not sure. I could look it up. Who is in the SEC East and who's in the SEC West real quick? I do want to look it up. Not at SEC football standings. So, obviously it's going to be different because we have the Oklahoma and Texas in there now. But, let's see. See, like SEC West standings real quick. Because I don't understand why the hell it just did that to where... So the East is Georgia, Georgia, Florida, Missouri, South Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, Vanderbilt. And then the West is Alabama, Texas A&M, Auburn, Arkansas, LSU, Ole Miss, Mississippi State. Or at least that's what it used to be. So yeah, Arkansas ain't beating them teams, bro. They're not beating no Texas A&M, Auburn, LSU, Alabama. Shit, they're not beating Ole Miss. That's a good little return, by the way. I'm over here. He got that out the back of his own end zone. That's a 47-yard return. Good shit, freshman. He probably will be freshman All-American, though. That was a good little return. I ain't gonna lie. You know me, man. Play action wide receiver in. Really should be play action wide receiver dig. And then, all right, we ain't send the tight end on the go yet. We're trying to see if we could hit square, but he ain't getting no fucking separation, bro. We had this guy come all the way back to the ball because the guy running in the dead couldn't get no separation. He ran all the way across the field, and the DB was able to stick with him. That's bad football, bro. How you run all the way across the field and couldn't get no separation? Stop and start something. Oh, that's a good move by the Heisman Trophy winner because, boy, he should have got tackled in the backfield. That's crazy, though. Of all the players that I've had, like Gino, his numbers wasn't right because we're running air raid. But even that, we're running air raid with Silas Red, too. So how the hell he win the Heisman? Well, probably because of that right there, what you just saw. He looked like our road to glory running backs, where we're giving him opportunities to catch the ball. That's exactly what it was. He had the opportunities. I didn't really look at his stats, I'm going to be honest with you. It flew across the ticker, and I was like, whatever. I really didn't look at it. There we go, outside receiver wide open. I've noticed with this dynasty, that's the guy that's been open. Because we're running the same plays. It hasn't really been the guy down the seam as much. Now, obviously, he's going to get open. And then this is another thing I've been doing, too, is I've been having a little bit of balance where I've been able to throw it and then come back with the pass. I mean the run, my bad, bro. I be tripping. I be tripping. Because, yeah, I'm trying to throw the ball. Yeah, if I get 4 plays, I'm going to get 3 plays pass. But this dynasty, I've been able to actually run the ball. And I've been trying to get him the ball a lot as well out of the backfield. So, yeah, it makes sense why he won the Heisman. And like right here, we probably will run the sweep because that's our go-to play in this scenario no matter what. In the red zone, we run the sweep. We just need 1 yard right here. And he's such a good running back, bro. He is good, bro. He saved us that first game with the freshman quarterback. He had 3 touchdowns. And then you see here, and that makes sense because it's really a stat-based award. If he had 3 touchdowns the first game, we won, 9 games already. It makes sense. Because normally, see, we would have been 8-4 at this point last year because we would have lost that Michigan State game. So I don't know what he did in that game that he helped to upset those boys. That might have been his Heisman moment. Because, shit, it wasn't no moments in that Ohio State game. Them boys were getting their ass kicked. It wasn't no moments in that. But we up 7-0. This probably won't be easy, though, because, again, right, they ran down and scored right away. We scored. And then we're still ahead. They get a field goal. Damn, they scored. All right, now we got to play. We got to do something. We can't let it go like that. They get ball first. They gave it right back to us. And they turned it over, so we got it in their territory. Where is this game played? This tax slayer. It might be a Florida game. I'm not too sure. X. Fudge. I thought I was going to get away with one. I was about to throw it right to the other team. You know what's crazy I just randomly thought about? So there's a girl. She is a basketball coach at Tulsa. And I just realized, being in Kansas, you're bordered by Arkansas and Oklahoma. But I wonder for her, since she went to Arkansas, that maybe she thought, okay, if I go to Tulsa and coach or whatever, it wouldn't be that far from home. I don't know. I'm not really a state kind of person in terms of this Midwest-ish area. I more know the East Coast, so I'm not sure. That just randomly crossed my mind because we're playing Arkansas and then we last played Tulsa. Those two things came together, and this is a big play I've noticed in this dynasty, is this damn screenplay, bro. I'm telling you, that's why he won the Heisman. He got a lot of receptions for a running back. And it's crazy because I know he got the rushing yards necessary because we're half and half in a sense with this air raid. And that never happened with any of our Road to Glory players. They was never getting no 1,000 yards rushing. They didn't do shit in college. Shit, we had Lionel Brown go get 1,600 yards receiving as a running back his senior year and still nothing. So, easy little touchdown right there, man. It's kind of hard to clock this team because we will run it down your throat. But I can already tell you I still got some more game to play because defensively we really haven't been able to stop them either. it's crazy though. You got two teams with all these losses and they're still in the top 25. And it's crazy because you think about the new 12-team format, they would have fought the way to get these dudes in the playoff, which is crazy because they're like the fourth best team in their conference, both of them. Fourth, fifth best team. And like I said, there go Arkansas popping off. They scored. Now we got to go. We must have got a good return because we're on the 46-yard line. We got to go score. We gotta go score. And then I don't even care about clock management X. God damn it. They was kind of locked up, I ain't gonna lie. They was strapped up like a seatbelt. They really were. I can't lie and say that they could have got or should have got. Nah, they got locked up. They won't let me out. And then right there, we hand the ball off. Like I said, the balance that we have with this team. But it was a bad decision because now that was for a loss of yards. Now we're third and super long. And shit, only thing we could do is try to hit a bomb. And we need it because we're losing right now. God damn it. I thought he was about to get smoked. Good job. Nice hands to be able to catch that and absorb the contact. Because, boy, I thought you was gone. I thought we was going to have to put you on a stretcher. And that's the thing. Those are hospital balls. But when you got tough enough receivers, shit, it's real clutch. Like right here, good enough, 7 yards. We're not going to be able to get the bomb every play. But if we could get ahead of the sticks like we are, we could definitely be able to run it here and try to pick up the first down. Run the clock down a little bit as well. See, that's a good running back, bro. Because he could have kept outside and got smoked and lost yards. But he was able to be quick enough to cut it back up inside and get the first. Now here, let's get back to throwing the ball, bro. See if we get a post over top or something. Damn, X ended up coming open at the end. But I had already made my decision. I don't really care too much for their numbers. I was about to say 87 is an ugly number, but I really don't care because, I mean, it's Penn State. Them boys don't got no drip. They just wear blue and white. That's a big run, man. This guy has a little bit of power to him, too. Like, he's definitely shifty. But I wasn't expecting the power that he has. And I saw it, like I said, first game, where he basically, we was on the goal line and he was running people over. Even his own linemen. So right here, I don't know what the hell just happened. Why that ball went out the end zone like that. That was horrible. I don't know who we was trying to throw it to. At least though, like I had saw with Palmer, by that second game, the bowl game, everything slowed down. As you can see here on the screen, no squiggly lines. I don't know why I threw that to the running back. He has 15 receptions in this game? What the hell's going on? The running back has 15 receptions in this game. What the hell's going on, bro? This is some real wonky shit. And wow, that slant should have been hit. So it looked like we're going to have to take the field goal right here, bro. I'm not about to chance it. We might have to take the field goal. I hate that it's on the right hash, but yeah, we're going to have to. And we're going to have to live to fight another down. Or another series, actually. I'm tripping. I don't know why I said another down. Yeah, we had to go with that field goal. It wasn't no option other than 13 plays, 70 yards. So, I jumped in at the right time because we was already on the 46. So, we simulated it. Defense got to stop. Arkansas did some bull crap because they literally didn't take no time off the clock. So, now we have a chance to ice the game right here. I don't want to go for the big shot, but I'm going to move around, throw it to circle. Damn, if I could break a tackle, we could have got 20 more yards, bro. It's so weird. Like, again, I don't know who these dudes are because Penn State don't got names on their jerseys. But, damn, bro, these receivers I got, they not really shifty like that, bro. He literally should have got 20 more yards, but let's keep the balance going. I messed up. It was either run into the lineman's back or either way lose yards because it was defended perfectly. And then I have a bad tendency. You see what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to get a chunk play on first and then run it on second and then miss on third. or for example, like here, I'm tripping. Get a chunk play on first, get the first down. Second down, try to run the ball. Third down, try to get another chunk play. And then now here, we're on third because we missed. Good catch. Couple hospital balls this game, definitely, but good catch. And we need to, in my opinion, kind of keep it going this way. Obviously, the clock's going to stop for the first down, but we got to keep this momentum right here. And like I said, they know what I'm going to do. They know I'm going to run the ball. So, like right here, it wasn't no way to go. I probably could have went outside, but the way that linebacker was coming down, I also felt like if I went outside, he would have just met me. So, kind of made a decision, excuse me. It wasn't the right decision because I feel like almost every rush this game has been negative, but then we hit the same receiver on the same route every single time for the chunk play. Every time. It's like clockwork. And what we're going to do, just like clockwork, run the ball. Like I said, man, got to stick to what works. And it hasn't even worked. So, I mean, what are we really doing? That's the first positive gain on that off-tackle play all game. Might as well just get back to the regular air raid, bro, to be honest. Oh, no, here we go. Specialty. Screen. We've been hitting that with regularity. That boy got 15 receptions, which is a school record, but he could do shit like that. He is the ultimate weapon in the sense of the other receivers I got, they're good enough to get the ball and get smoked going across the middle. But he's the one that, if I get him the ball, he gonna make somebody miss, bro. Like, that's why I even still keep going to this dumbass off-tackle play that has been negative for us all game. Look at that, bro. He's running through people. He should have never got 8 yards on that. But, like I said, man, when you're a Heisman winner, you gotta act like it. Definitely shouldn't have been able to take him for a ride like that, but he did. And now he hurt. Imagine that shit. That's his ego, bro. He threw his shoulder in and that shit didn't work. He thought he'd be able to get down the Heisman Trophy winner easy. Didn't work, so now he laying on the ground, bro. Probably get it to the Heisman Trophy winner. Another play where he made something out of nothing. I mean, he only got 1 yard, but still. He definitely shouldn't have been able to spin move and get that 1 yard. He should have gotten lined up. So now here, 3rd inches, I'm putting in his hands because I trust him and he gets us the first, as expected. Now, shit, I know he's going to be tired, but this is his last college game, and we have an opportunity to win a big bowl game, being that it's the Tax Slayer Bowl. Last year was the Ticket City. That was some bullshit. So, it's not a New Year's Day bowl or nothing, but it is a big enough game. So I'm trying to center it at least, right? Because it's 20 seconds left. Even if we get to the point where we don't score, I could center this, make it an easier field goal. I'm letting the clock run, bro. I'm not going to do nothing stupid. Not going to just throw it in the end zone. I'm going to try to get a little bit closer. I'm sure that was face mask. But it is what it is. They ain't going to call it. It's 2 seconds left, timeout, and we're going to try to kick this game winner. Now, the last time we tried to kick a game winner, with West Virginia, I think it was, bro, we ended up in double overtime. It's the last time we tried this same method, but we good. Penn State is not West Virginia. We got the job done because, boy, I'm not going to say I was traumatized or anything like that, but shit, my mind automatically went to that bullshit West Virginia was on when that boy missed that field goal early in the game, and then he missed the game winner after we drove the field, and then in the next game, he missed the extra point. And I know I'm going to always bring that up no matter what game I play and how I play because it actually happened. You know how sometimes, what was it, Craig, when he was like, damn, why every time I see you talk about the same shit? Well, hey, bro, it was a traumatizing experience with Pinky when he said that to him. We good, right? We still good by what happened down at the store. We good, right? Bruh. First of all, you too greasy. You brought some hoes because you ain't bring no money, but you greasy as hell. And you always talking about the same shit. Y'all know somebody like that, don't y'all? Shit, my little brother be like that sometimes. So he had 51 rushing yards, but he had 142 receiving yards, bro. That's ridiculous. He had 193 as a running back, but who would have thought 140 would have been from receiving? But no, that's like my little brother. And there's other kids like that. Kids usually do be like that because, shit, I know my daughter does that, but she's 3, so, I mean, duh. She always talks about, oh, last night, that one time at band camp, but nah. Basically, it's like American Pie when it always go over that one time at band camp shit. The little nerdy girlfriend. But yeah, whatever though. I don't know why the hell I put those two things together in the same sentence. Let me get my ass back to task. Man, I'm telling you, I do got a scatterbrain. And those of you that watch this know that. Like, I be on some bullshit. I don't be talking about nothing, then I do be talking about something, then I be talking about nothing, and then I just all ring around the rosy it. But good game for Chris Brown, aka Silas Red, or Silas Red, aka Chris Brown, whatever the case is. Arkansas don't really got no players, bro. That's the number 2 game all time just because we had to drive it down and kick the field goal. But Arkansas don't got nobody, bro. They've never had nobody. 30 of 46 for 337. God damn, we threw the ball to no avail. 16 incompletions. And then he had a fumble. I mean, I didn't fumble it. Yeah, 142 yards receiving. Interesting that was one of the top games ever. Well, I mean, I haven't really played any close games, have I? Because if we're thinking about it, not with Penn State have I played any important or like close games yet. So it makes sense. Definitely makes sense. Now we got that Gator Bowl trophy. Add that to the list. Finished 10-3, so our first 10-win season. We probably move up a little bit, nothing crazy, because at the end of the day, when it comes to these bowl games and you put top 10 teams against each other and top 25 teams against each other, somebody gonna lose. So they don't really go into it and say, well, you gonna move up 5 spots. Probably move up like 2. Because at the end of the day, 1 versus 2, it's crazy how 2 or, whoever loses that game, especially if it's 2, he'll drop to like 5. Like how? Well, 3 won their bowl game and 4 won their bowl game. But, bro, we went against the number 1 team. You know what I mean? So, we'll see. I don't expect a ridiculous drop at all. Playing time, play style, blah, 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 blah. Championship contender. Collecting NCAA news. It's so weird, bro. I get bored sometimes with these games that take this long. And I'd be like, man, why don't I just sim it straight to everything and then that way it could be quicker? That is something to think about going forward, though, especially with the NCAA 14 10-year dynasty coming up. That is definitely something to consider. Like stuff like this, I know that I've always sat and watched it and let it play out for all these years. Like shit, with the Road to Glory players as well. But I don't know, bro. Going forward, I could save myself like 5-10 minutes with shit like this. And I might just have to. Shit, I could even stop talking for once. It'll still be going, bro. Should take a minute. Advancing to the end of the season. Oh, and one thing I know is going to happen is I'm supposed to have my first team All-American with this Penn State team. I mean, shit, if you win Heisman, you definitely should be at least first team All-American. But I don't know. I've seen some screwy things with these games. I wouldn't be surprised if he was second team. Because I've seen it like that where a dude who won the Heisman wasn't All-American, which is stupid. That doesn't even make sense. I guess it's like, how could you be the most outstanding player in the whole college football, Obviously, he reset the receptions record, and I said that the receptions is why he won the Heisman. But let's go look at it, man. I don't want to speculate. Texas won the national championship. It looked like they beat Nebraska, which is odd. Because those are two old Big 12 type foes. So we got the Heisman. Let's see. So yeah, okay, he's first team All-American. At least that's consistent. But I'm telling you, I've seen it. Dudes that win the Heisman don't even be first team nothing. So we got one. I don't even remember the count from last year. I think the count was like 6. We got 2 on the first team. It was like 6 or 7 or something for the All Big 10. It wasn't no damn. We didn't get nobody on the All American nothing. Actually. But then too, I'm trying to remember when I was going through the Big East. I think it was like 17, 16, 15 for the Big East. It wasn't for All-American. So we got 3 All-Americans. But I don't know, though, because why would I make a spectacle out of the Big East shit? I don't know, bro. I couldn't tell you. We got McLeod as a freshman. We got Matthews as a freshman, obviously. Those 2 dudes got some playing time. I mean, McLeod was the backup running back, and then Matthews was the starting X. So I would hope on a big name team you did something to get yourself an award. And then, yeah, Joe Matthews, our backup receiver, got freshman All-American as a returner. But here we go with this Big Ten shit, bro. I see Nebraska, Ohio State, Nebraska. So we got 2 so far, 3 so far, 4. All right, that's cool because they came back to back. I thought it was about to be another bullshit year like last year. Some more Ohio State, some more Nebraska. Got a little bit of Iowa in there. Got some Illinois, some Michigan State. Man, this shit weird, bro. This conference hard, bro. Hard to even get on there. Like, it's crazy. It's starting to get loud, bro. I hate this place. I hate this place, bro. It's trains, it's trucks, it's cars. Shit annoying, bro. We end up getting like a few, I think 6 all Big Ten players again. So it's a hard freaking conference, bro. Only thing left to do now is get to the off season and see the numbers for some of these guys. Yep, they're gonna train. Yeah, I think I might be done after this video, even though I have one more to go through and do, because it's only gonna get louder now at 7. So yeah, it's 6:30. Can't really get around the train, to be honest. It's just something I gotta work through. I failed another goal, by the way. And then we're going to get to players leaving so we can see what the numbers were for these guys that were outstanding for us, especially Silas Red, bro. I want to see what his numbers was looking like. Because he did leave Penn State, and I think he went to USC for 2 years. So imagine, again, if he did stay. Let's see, though. So we got our safety. He's a junior. I'm not going to make him come back at all. Like I said, I normally don't do that, especially when I realize, like with that one dude, he never ended up getting drafted. So he had 1372, 18 touchdowns, bro. That's hard. And he had 828 receiving yards and 10 touchdowns. So yeah, that boy, yeah, that boy went crazy. 28, yeah. He had like over 2,000 all-purpose, and then he had 28 touchdowns. So, yeah, makes sense. Our linebacker is going to the draft. So, we got 3 guys going to the league, which is cool. I mean, I just still think it's kind of low of a number To be honest, we definitely should have, as a big name program like this. I mean, in real life, this is kind of what has happened with Penn State. They'll have like 3 to 5 every year, but I don't know, bro. I think this is a team that should have easily. Everybody can't be Alabama. They were actually winning championships, but they could easily have a little bit more. But it is what it is. We got guys that never even played for us. They're 80 overall. Wasn't this guy, was he an All-American? This defensive tackle right here? I think he might have been. I know he was all Big 10. I know he was. This is our kicker right here that won that game. He's a 92. The kicker that lost us the game, wasn't he like a freshman, bro? Well, he didn't lose us, but, made the game how it was with West Virginia. I think he was a freshman. See, this middle linebacker right here is nice. He had 91 overall, but he ain't going to the league. I don't know how. He's 6'3", 240, so you can't tell me it's a height thing. But it is what it is, man. They ain't my players, so I'm not really going to feel no type of way. Our center, 6 foot 300. I mean, he was solid enough. And then now the actual last thing to do is to get to... Well, no. Actually, no. I'm lying. Draft results. I forgot that this game's a little bit different. I thought I was going to go straight to recruiting. So we ended up getting 4 guys drafted. Yeah, that linebacker I was talking about ended up going in the 7th round. I'm like, how the hell? From T-Net. Okay, good. And that's the cool thing about this game, too, is you will see those guys that slip through the cracks end up actually getting drafted. So we have 4 guys drafted this year. I was trying to figure that shit out myself, too. You started for Penn State as a linebacker. At linebacker, you 6'3", 240. Like, come on now. You had some numbers, too. It wasn't like you was ass. Come on now. And the good thing, too, about these programs, it's realistic. We don't get no transfers in because we shouldn't. Why the hell would you want to come here to be on the bench? It's only when we're at, like, the lower level teams that guys want to try to transfer. So now, let's look at it. We got, well, nobody on this screen so far. So we got a couple dudes. We got another quarterback. Got a punter. Got the number 1 center. Number 3 tight end. Number 2 quarterback. Oh, hell no. We about to have too many damn quarterbacks. Got a nice little guard, 6'7", so not really little. Oh, hell no, bro. For real. I'm still hung up on the quarterback thing, bro. Got the number 10 receiver. That's cool. We needed that. Got an okay linebacker. And the reason why I say okay is because they're showing the overall for these dudes, and they're all over 70, 74. So, I mean, I'm kind of looking at it from that prism that if they come in and they're okay enough, they'll stay with those numbers. Like these 60s, we'll see. Well, I mean, we'll see, right? We will definitely see. Is that it finally? Because I like to look at it when we get to the actual training and stuff like that. Then I could really know what these dudes' numbers are and their attributes. So now we get into McCoy, one of the better teams on the whole team. Better teams on the whole... Man, what the hell I got going on? Bro, one of the better players. All right, so we got Richards. He could have been a quarterback at 6'4", but we're going to let him go play receiver because that's a big dude. And then we got Moyer from Michigan. He could be a quarterback too, but we'll let him go play running back because we already got Blake. We don't need no more quarterbacks. We already got Hayes. We already got Jackson, who had a great year as a freshman. So, yeah, chill out on that quarterback shit. And we got some kids, bro. Everybody so far is over 70. We got this dude. We got this dude Murphy. Okay, he looked like he a DB. That's good. Cause shit, we got enough running backs. We got enough receivers, bro. Number 3 quarterback, bro, in the country. And then we got the number 2 quarterback in the country. The rich just get richer. And they probably did just see what Jackson did as a freshman. So that's normally what happens in recruiting is they do see it and say, okay, for the most part, I think kids look to see if the upperclassmen get drafted and if they're good. But I think it can also work for you in the sense of, well, if you have a young team, they see a young guy get a chance. I don't know if they think they're going to take his spot. Because I also think about it all the time when I see 3 straight 5-stars go to one school. I'm like, you do know you're not going to play, right? Hope you know that. Like with Malachi, whatever his name is, Nelson, that went to USC, you know you're not going to play, right? And it's crazy because he was the one that was supposed to come after Caleb Williams. And then Miller Moss took his spot, and then Mavia came, and he got the spot. It's like, come on now, bro. Y'all go in here, and it's 5 of y'all. Y'all all used to playing your whole life. Y'all all used to being the guy. But I got to get rid of 5 dudes. And I actually might have got rid of those quarterbacks. But like I said, I try not to really touch the offense. I want them to have that continuity in a sense. So, let me see, man. They got to be some other dudes that I didn't recruit that I could get rid of that's not on the offense. Because you see here, we're not really that good, bro. Like this center, probably should have cut him, but I know we need him. And also, like I said, if they're my guy, I ain't going to get rid of them, bro. I'm not. I'm looking for anybody that's a sophomore redshirt. Anybody, well, I mean, not at tight end because we need him. I'm looking for anybody that's a junior. Like right here, I'd cut him, but I know we need him. See, I'm going to try to cut you, even though you're from Jersey. You out of here. I only need 4 more guys. Like right here, I could have cut him, but he's a JUCO I brought in. Like right here, you gone. There's nothing to think about. You a senior and you a 75, get your ass out of here. Right guard, he is 75, get up out of here. Might have needed you, but you ain't my guy, and I'd rather keep my guys around, these sophomores and freshmen and redshirt freshmen. Because we saw what the season was last year. Obviously, Silas Red, not my guy, but he turned up. Like right here, senior, you lucky that we need you because your ass would have been cut. Fullback again, need them. Linebacker, you are nothing near the guys that just left. And then safety, you gone. It's kind of easy, to be honest. Like, you're a senior and you're 78, you're not going to the league. We just went through all the training. You ain't going to get no better. And there it goes, the end to another video following Coach PiTT on the journey from coaching high school, college, and now the NFL. Thank you for watching this video. See you soon.